Welcome to Gishath Park. As far as opening hand goes, yeah, we got one lander. Let's go and mulligan on this one. Not super wild about that. 3 visits, bird of pair. Yeah, we can make this work. Noxious Revival on 3 visits. Yeah, we'll keep on this one. A little clunky getting some card draw going, but I mean, get some ramp going, but I'll take it. It's better than nothing. Let's get, Gishath, where are you? Come on, get popped up, Gishath. All right, I'm just going to lead off with these Scattered Groves. We'll go and play that, and then anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. But yes, welcome to Gishath Park. Hope you're ready for some dinosaurs. Hope you're ready to go cruise around the official in those Jeeps. Crew them up. Keep your hands and legs inside of the Jeeps. Don't really want to get Ripjaw Raptor to eat one of your legs off. That would not be great for the reviews for the park. We care about our Yelp reviews, and if one of you loses an arm, sticking it out of the Jeep to kind of pet Ripjaw Raptor and it eats it, that's not good for business. We're playing Gishath. Trample, Vigilance, and Haste. Whenever Gishath deals combat damage to a player, reveal that many cards from the top of your library. Oh my gosh, we're gonna get destroyed. Okay, this is that this is that Morph deck. I've played against this deck like 3 times, and it's just really bad how many times I've just got demolished. All right, we're gonna go for 3 visits, but we're probably gonna just had like a flashback. As soon as I face down creatures, I just had like a non-flashback. Looks like, oh no, I know exactly what this deck is. Let's go grab that Sheltered Thicket. We'll have it come into play tapped. And then anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn. Trample, Vigilance, and Haste. Whenever Gishath deals combat damage to a player, reveal that many cards from the top of your library. Put any number of dinosaur creature cards from among them onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Playing against Thrasios and Sidar, Morph. Pretty sure it's Morph. We saw that Dream Chisel out there. More than likely, that's what it's going to be. Do you want to go for Noxious Revival on 3 visits? Yeah, if we don't make the land drop, we might make the. Let's just see. We'll see. If we don't make the land drop, then we'll definitely go for it next turn. Marsh Flats. Oh, wonderful. Let's go and get down to Marsh Flats. Yeah, I think I kind of like going for. And we'll go for the 3 visits next turn. Let's go to Crack the Marsh Flats. And then what do we need to get down? Let's go and grab a. We're looking at a. Let's go and grab a red-green source off of this one. Excuse me, green-white. We're going to grab Savannah off of that. Yeah, I like that. We'll grab Savannah. We're going to go for the Ripjaw Raptor. We'll get a little bit of card advantage going. If they want to start swinging in, at least we have a 4/5 beat stick out there that they won't be able to kind of stop. But yeah, so we're playing Sidar and Thrasios Morph. Sidar flanking. Whenever a creature with flanking blocks this creature, without flanking blocks this creature, it gets -1 until end of turn. And the creatures your opponents control without flying or reach can't block creatures with power 2 or less, partner ability. Playing against Thrasios, 4 mana, scry 1, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land card, put onto the battlefield. Otherwise, draw a card. But yes, I'm pretty sure this is the Morph deck. It should be. And there's a card called Pocket Sand. It's not called Pocket Sand, but I'm getting it the nickname of Pocket Sand because it just catches me every single time. Man, it's just brutal. Once again, do we need to go for that Noxious Revival on Marsh Flats? We can put that on top. That'll be the land drop for sure. Yeah, let's go ahead and go for that. That kind of curves out perfectly. We're going to do that. We're going to pay 2 life on this one. I want that land on top. Yeah, pretty bad. We can simply just go Dinosaur Beat Sticks, which I think is kind of what we need to do. I'm just going to get the Marsh Flats down. End up with the 3/3 Regisaur Alpha, or we can go for the Charging Tuscadon. Let's go and do this. Let's go and crack the Marsh Flats. Let's go and grab that Plateau. Let's go for the Alpha. Kind of want to be a little bit aggressive on this one. I think that's going to help us on this one. If we let our opponent just kind of sit back and do some stuff, and really ain't going to help us that much. All right, let's go and push in. If they want to kind of divvy up some chump blocks between Mentor the Meek and Thrasios, that's fine, but we're going to try and put as much pressure on our opponent as possible. All right, we're going to go and swing in for 7, put him down to 23, and then anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. But yeah, so as far as this deck, what is that card, man? It's, I could see the card art. It's from, I'm going to try to describe it, and you can, obviously, if you know the card, you can hop in the comments and let me know, but you'll let me know at a later date. But it's the, what is that set? From the Cons set, Cons of Tarkir, and it's the Morph creature, and then it's got a bunch of pearls. And it's not Master of the Pearl Trident because that's a Merfolk, but that's what kept popping in my head. I'm just going to type in Pearl Morph creature. Oh, sorry, buddy. Get that Mentor the Meek trigger going. Do apologize. Pearl Morph creature, MTG. You'd be amazed at what Google will do for you sometimes. But yeah, there we go. And then Soul Summons, Manifest, top card of your library. All right, so our opponent's building up their Manifest army. It's a Master of Pearls, which I'll bring that up in a second. But yeah, Master of Pearls. So that's I'm getting always get demolished by that card. All right, So our opponent's got a pretty good board state developed. I don't know exactly if we want to swing into it. The only thing is that we don't necessarily have to worry about any sort of face-up stuff. Ooh, cultivate. All right, so we're looking at. We definitely want to probably end up going for that. Now, if we can get some good enrage ability with Trapjaw Tyrant, pretty good ability on that. You know, let's do this. Let's go and go for cultivate. That's going to put us at 5. That's going to put us at 8 next turn. Excuse me, 7. If we hit the land drop. Yeah, I think I like that. Let's go and go for cultivate. We do have 2 red sources, so let's go and grab a mountain, and we're going to grab 1 more green source. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Let's go and put the mountain onto the battlefield, forest in the hand. We'll go and make the land drop for the turn, get down that forest. Do we want to push in on this one? Now, let's just go and pass the turn. We swing in 4-5, 4-4, 3-3. They're not going to... Yeah, actually, I think I kind of do like. I mean, that leaves us open. At least we'll get in some extra damage. That's going to be putting us at... You know, maybe they can double up on a couple of the creatures. Yeah, I kind of like that. They don't have any mana to go for any sort of morph ability. So yeah, I like swinging in. We'll put them down to 12, and that'll make it a little bit easier to where maybe we can swing in with the entire board state and then go for Gishath on the back end. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we do hit the land drop, we're online for Gishath, kind of depending on what they go for. At this point right now with the manifest creature, it's simply just a creature. So they do have the morph. We have at least 1 morph creature we have to watch out for, and now another morph creature. But this deck is always so much fun to play against. You know, my win percentage is really low against it, but it's still a lot of fun. I mean, just it's kind of one of those things where, like, if you go to a modern tournament and you know, you've done your tier 1 practice, you've played against, you know, Jund and Infect. Well, Infect's kind of on the way down, but you get what I'm saying. But then you get paired against that kitchen table magic deck or that homebrew deck that just absolutely demolishes you, and you're like, "Ugh, what just happened?" It's like I got hit by something. Okay, do we want to do some setting up? Man, I just sending Gishath into a bunch of little 2/2s that chump block, and then something gets morphed. Let's just build up a pretty good board state on this one, I think. It's going to put us at 5 mana. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and get down the Trapjaw Tyrant. I want to get that kind of that weird little lock piece on the battlefield. Kind of make it weird for our opponent to start swinging in. I'm just going to tap down the Sheltered Thicket. That's going to put us in at 3. Now, the dinosaur does have trample. Now, if we push in on this one, that's going to be 4, 8, and that's going to be 13. That's going to be 16 coming across, so we will have to see some blocks on that one. I think on this one, let's do this. We do have haste. Yeah, let's go and push in on this one. I think I like this. They're going to have to chump block. If they've got some weird morph stuff, they've got it. We can always follow it up with Gishath the following turn. Hopefully we can kind of clear out some of these creatures. We're going to have to see some stuff from our opponent. Either that or some activations. And I kind of like to see the activations happen now instead of on our... Oh! It always has it. Just get pocket sanded. My God. If I could clip this together, I would. How many times I've played against this deck, it's always Master of the Pearls just popping up and doing that. All right, so we're gonna lose our dinosaur. It's just like if you play partners online, you automatically get Master of the Pearls in your opening hand. That just always happens. Okay, so we're gonna get some. It's like it just shows up. I'm like, no way, that's not okay. Whatever. All right, so we're definitely gonna deal that damage to Master of the Pearl, Mincer of the Meek. We're gonna get rid of him. All right, so we'll get that damage dealt, and then until it leaves the battlefield, so we'll be able to exile an additional creature. Yeah, 1 damage on that. If we wanted to, what we can do is we can exile. I think we can exile that manifest creature, and it might come back as like. Oh, if we do the morph creature, it'll come back as unmorphed. Let's do this. Let's go and exile the manifest creature. I'm not sure if we're still going to get that or not. We'll definitely get the card draw, though, off of that. And yeah, but say, because I don't think that trigger is going to go since it's not on the battlefield. Let's go and get down Lano War Elves. That'll be green. And then anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn. Man, I can't believe we got hit by Pocket Sand again. That is just... insanity. Anyways, all right. So we have the Flooded Straight out. We're gonna be able to crack the Flooded Straight, and we can get that going. And at least we did kind of declutter some of the board state. We got rid of Master of the Pearls. He's in the graveyard now. That's where you deserve to be, little buddy. And then we'll see what our opponent wants to roll out this turn. They still have 4 cards in the hand. They can also get down Sidar and then get that, have them unblockable. That's one of the things about this deck is that if you're ever thinking about building a morph deck, this is a really fine-tuned deck. And I'll have to hit my opponent up one day for the deck list if they want it out in the public. But with Sidar, it makes it to where you get all these little 2/2 creatures. You can see where you swing in with a bunch of 2/2s, get the morph going, you get Master of the Pearls, you get that +2/+2. It's pretty good on that one. Let's get some pretty good stuff going. Let's go ahead and crack the Flooded Strand. But win or lose this video, I'm going to post it up because, man, it's just... they always have it. Always have Master of the Pearls. It's kind of like... oh, what am I thinking? It's like, yeah, it's like Infect. They always have lethal. They always have that last little spell. Let's go and do this. Let's go and grab a Sacred Foundry. Have that coming. I'm not going to pay 2 life on that one. And then we get some stuff going. Let's see what we draw into. Draw into Berserker's Onslaught. Okay. That's going to put us at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I like this. Let's go ahead and go for... let's go for Berserker's Onslaught. That's going to set up a really good Gishath, I think, next turn. We'll get a little bit of card draw for Ripjaw Raptor. We could completely tap out for Gishath. That's going to be swing in 7/6. They're sitting at a 12 with Ripjaw Raptor out there. We're going to get a flip off of that, but I'm not... do we want to push in on Gishath? Yeah, let's go and go for it, man. We could go for a setup, but giving this deck an opportunity to set up is kind of what... I think that's what I always end up losing from it. So let's go and tap down the Lana War Elves. We're going to go for Gishath. We're going to go ahead and push in on this one. Just want to keep up with that aggressive game plan on our opponent. If they have some sort of combat trick or something like that, so be it. But at least we're going to at least kind of force them either the one morph creature to unmorph or force some sort of weird blocks from our opponent. All right, so we got Ripjaw Raptor swinging in, Gishath swinging in. What we could have done is gone for Berserker's Onslaught and set it up just a little bit, swung it with Ripjaw for double strike, but I'm just kind of like forcing our opponent to either, hey, have an answer or do whatever. All right, so we're going to get the flip off the Exalted Angel. Whenever it deals damage, you gain that much life, more for 4/2, and then see if we can get Thrasios for a mana activation. Okay. That's not the end of the world. If they want to end up losing Gishath, that's fine. If they want to triple block on that one, they can definitely go for that. But at least we might get a little bit of trample damage coming across. That's going to be 6, which is going to be just enough to kind of take care of them. At least we get rid of those 2 creatures off the battlefield. All right, and we got Ripjaw Raptor swinging in for 4. All right, 5 and 2. Yeah, that's fine. We can recast it next turn. Okay. They're going to gain a little bit of that life, go back to 12, and then anything else. No, we're going to go and pass the turn. Now, next turn, if we do hit the land drop, we can either go for Gishath again, or we get into spots where we can go for Berserker's Onslaught and start swinging with some of these creatures. We do have Charging Tuscadon, which it does have trample, so at some point we need to get that down. Let's say that Gishath does get kind of taxed out of the command zone. We can get that down and then start putting some extra pressure on our opponent, especially with that double strike. So I think I kind of like going for that. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, if we hit the land drop, that'll be 10. That will be Charging Tuscadon and Berserker's Onslaught to kind of start going for that. Or we can simply just tap out for Gishath and swing again. But once again, with all these morph creatures out there, all right, face down. Man, there's just, and then also the fun thing about playing against this deck is that there's just so many, like, you know, when you play against Necosaur, you know exactly what's going to be in there. You know, there's going to be some wheel effects and different stuff like that. But when you play against this deck, you're always just kind of like, okay, yeah, hadn't seen that card. You're right. Okay. And there's just an endless supply of morph creatures too. There's just like a bucket, and you just kind of reach in there and you grab them, and you always put them out there. All right, opponent's going to get down the Jeskai Infiltrator, simply hard casting it. Whenever it does combat damage to a player, exile the top card of your library, shuffle it, and then manifest those cards. No other creatures. Okay, and that's going to be just simply down for a 2/3. They have no more activations to go for off the morph creatures, but they are a 2/3 though. But let's see what we draw into. So that Ripjaw Raptor. Ooh, draw into Zakama. That's going to be 9 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll get an untapped step off of that. Ooh, that's pretty good. Then we can start blasting the... yeah, I like that. Let's go and go for... we're not going to be able to get a ton of activations, but I kind of like that. We're going to go green, red. Talking about a really good draw for that. Yeah, I kind of want to clear the board to get rid of some of those morph creatures. And then 1, 2... yeah, we don't have any lands we get to untap. All right. Untap all lands that we control. We're going to go and deal 3 damage to target creatures. Let's go and take care of... yeah, let's go and get rid of those morph creatures. And we're going to go ahead and blast the other morph creature. That way there's no more pocket sand we have to worry about. Okay, let's go and push him with Ripjaw Raptor. There we go. All right, so we get it for 4. If they do end up chump blocking, we'll at least get a card draw out of it. And then next turn, we can go for Berserker's Onslaught. All right, anything else? We're going to go and pass the turn. Now, with Zakama on the battlefield, next turn we can go for, if we do hit the land drop, once again, that'll be 9 mana. We can go for the, we can go for Gishath to start swinging in, but at least with that activated ability of 3 damage to target creature, we can start cleaning the board up, because a lot of these morph creatures, now that has kind of put us in a weird spot to where, let's say that they do get down secret plans and another +1 ability, but most of these morph creatures are going to be 2/2s, or, and that's going to allow us to really kind of start putting some extra damage on our opponent, but we'll see what they're going to roll out this turn. They're going for some Thrasios activations. All right, opponent's going to scoop it up. That's going to be 8th ambush off that one. Good game to our opponent. I mean, this is, yeah, high T. Good game, man. Man or female, or whatever, whoever you are. But good game to our opponent. But yeah, it's always, I just always have a lot of fun. And just the fact that we get, what is it? Master of Pearls. We got Pocket Sanded again. And I didn't even have to look it up. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed the stroll through Gishath Park, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.